actually. Alright. Good evening to a new attempt after, but it's been like 1.5 weeks, I guess. Like, last time I was, no, actually 2 weeks ago, something like that. But yeah, it's been a while. However, our event is now over. And I have survived without heatstroke. I didn't want to use this weapon if I recall correctly. How do you work? Deals critical hit. You know what? Fuck it, let's try it. I doubt I'm gonna use it a whole lot, but maybe. Right, so the damage is kinda there, but I do not like to use it. I'll keep with the kunai. And I'll probably go for tactics, I guess. Because let's not get ourselves wild. Brutality technically does have options of healing. Those options are kind of limited to melee weapons, so wouldn't happen with the kunai anyway. Arizona Light, that gets sold. Get me a hunter grenade. I'll keep the tonic around for now. Okay, can we just, like... How the fuck did that hit me? Okay, so the tonic I feel like absolutely just saved my life. It is the same, but it gives better scaling and brutality, which I don't need. We do note, or at least I note, the same issue as last time, that I run out of ammo. Which... Get me that, because I'm pretty sure the magnet grenade does pull ammo out of enemies. No, it doesn't. Does it? Arrows stuck in enemies come back. It does. Now, there is one thing I'd like to have, which is Hokutos. Which I feel like could combine very well with the dot of the kunai and the magnet grenade pulling enemies together. And then I guess we'll go to the Arboretum. Just gonna note this. But yeah, I haven't really played in a whole lot, in a whole while now. Yeah, so I guess I'll just spike him with knives. Fuck, reminds me of playing Shiv. I have not been able to play really anything the last week. Except we played City and Blood on the Clock Tower. Which are board games. Or, well, social deduction. I feel like is the more appropriate word for the second one. Promenade. Which I didn't actually play. Ooh, there's another magnet grenade. Yeah, I didn't actually play Blood on the Clock Tower. I was leading the game. Can we? We can. I may have wanted to check out the Right. It is time to blast for damage. Okay, I think that's everything here. I have not seen a challenge rift, so I'm gonna check down here in the hopes that there is one. And I haven't just overlooked it. There is not. Okay. Arboretum it is. I'm not sure if I want to keep the axes. But for now, I feel like they're fine. We will definitely start with a Damned Vigor. I feel like just hitting people with the Ripper, even if even if there's only one projectile in there, could be good enough. Damned Vigor. I don't even need to hit with the axe to do the spikes. That's good to know. Are you a trap? No. Soldier grenade is a no. Should have taken brutality there. Well, that was not bad damage. I'm not gonna lie, that actually kind of surprised me there. I will probably want some kind of defensive, like, parry move. So I guess I should try to get a cocoon. Though it doesn't really appear necessary at the moment. Ow. I thought I'm out of the hitbox of the plant. Just bleed to death then. Oh, you have a scroll for me. Brutality it is. Okay, so you can only have one item on your head. That's a skip. Prison that wait, there should be a teleporter behind. Yes. Go to the shop. You are skills, tactics. That's kind of just not. That's kind of just a no-brainer at this point, I feel like. The amount of extra damage this shit gives is amazing. And another scroll. A big one this time. Big boy scroll. I still think I want to look for a Hokuto's bow. And hope I find one, because for some reason I never find a Hokuto's bow whenever I want one. Which is probably every time I play a tactics build, it is kind of my favorite weapon. Actually, it isn't. The kunai still is my favorite. Though I'm not gonna lie, I do like the attack animation of these axes. That's a no. If I get open wounds, I might just bleed enemies really heavily. If I recall correctly, I don't actually need to... Ow. I don't actually need to have the heavy bleed on the open wounds because it just uses the highest damage value. The highest bleed damage value, that is. Could be mistaken on that, though. Ramparts here. There is a story room. Fuck this guy. Yes. I had hoped there would be some food here. Damage is currently not looking bad. I have a worry about stagger though, or the lack thereof. Which means I may need to use... the wolf trap, something fierce. There isn't really anything that just straight up increases damage per hit, is there? Like, these axes feel like, because they have the melee hit and then like 1 to 5 projectiles per attack, they feel like if you had something that just is like every attack deals extra damage. And if it's just like 5 extra damage, well, that would be a bit low considering the general damage numbers here. No Hokutos? No Hokutos. No, where do I go? Down. What do we have down here then? Ow, fuck. I thought I hit him. Lecker is a no. Mostly because I don't like him. Like, I feel like he can be really strong, especially the legendary variation, but I kinda don't like using him. This type of elite, I hate him. I'll take the extra jump midair. Sadist's knife would also not be bad. Ow. I saw, I think, a rapier there? With heal on hit. Yeah, no, it's not a heal on hit. It's a increase your movement speed. It's both a no. So the axes don't really have upwards tracking. They just shoot in a specific pattern and will never change that pattern. Another weapon shop. That's a golden Yumi. Another throwable objects. I'm kind of surprised we got 2 throwable objects. I had hoped the flower would get him. Apparently I'm kind of rusty in dodging those. Which is not great for me. Right. I think I don't care about those few enemies. I'm just gonna go to the prison depths, which I just realized is where has the assassin bros. Oh god, not looking forward to that. Let me actually check something. If I do... Okay, so I can do it like that. Can I... Right, those are just those. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Got nothing for you. If I find a Hokutos, I might actually just take the... acrobatic pack. But for now, I don't think the burped tips are the thing. Point blank might be the thing. No enemies, dodging an attack. Right, skills isn't really a thing right now. Close ranged attacks. I don't think the axe counts as that. Get me the Ripper for now? No, get me the support. Because the Wolf Trap does count as a deployed skill. Ooh! I'm gonna skip the prison depths then. I'm just gonna go to the bank and hope the golems don't kill me. Which, historically, not a good chance. Not a good statistic on that. I always wondered if these guys are supposed to be like a parody of the Harry Potter gnomes. Gnomes. Apparently we're going down. Fuck you. Well, he's fed. Thankfully, the wolf traps are absolutely fucking busted for some reason. I can't just hit you with my axe. I'm not looking too hot, which is weird considering that I just beat a golem. Alright, so that was easy. I will go to the right. Sure, I'm gonna die soon anyway. A shield, that's the rampart, isn't it? Attacking just after parry absorbs 95% of projectile damage. Generates a force field. Right. sell that. I'll keep that and might just take the armadillo pack. Well, I think I just aggroed everybody. Oh, that's an elite. Fuck. Aggroed the wrong elite. I should have waited until my curse was gone. Let me just move the... I was kind of just trying to change my OBS setup here, but I think I'll leave it as I had it. Right. Dice. What do we get? 4. That's the first set. What is my... It is the Queen. Which I feel like I really kind of want to just go with a survival build. But we do have... Actually, can I just use the bow? The enemy suffers from Slaughter of the thorn spreads to nearby enemies. More damage to rooted targets. I think honestly just get me the bleeding sword. If I get a Kuna in combination with that, I have a feeling that we're just gonna kind of absolutely wreck. Like there are... I feel like... Yeah. Get me a kunai with that. Since it also scales on brutality. Thankfully. And we can probably just do a really high damage build. Since the sword on its own already does like stupid bleed build up. Like kind of impressive bleed build up. I'm not used to that. I think I'm fine with not taking this Giant Slayer. We will just bleed people to super death. I will send them to the super ward. Well, you walked too far. I'm also kind of impressed with my ability to parry right now. That will probably change very shortly. Is there anything else that afflicts bleeding in the skill department for brutality? I think the only things that inflict bleeding is the knife dance, which I'm not sure I want. The lacerating aura doesn't. The weird toxic cloud does. Axe. That's a no, unfortunately. Yeah, your melee is infected, so I don't need you. I don't need you in general. I'm kind of good on health. which is surprising at this stage. I also already got the 30 kills, so I'm not looking too bad right now. I'm not gonna lie, I just thought about it. I'm gonna come back to the point. I just thought about it. I've never seen an incentivized biome be cursed. And I'm just wondering, can it be? Or is it just exclusive? Are those mutually exclusive, that the incentivized biome can never be cursed? Counter question, might I want to go into cursed areas? There are technically, I don't know if there are more enemies, or if there are replaced enemies. Like, did they... Like, are the enemies in cursed biomes, are some enemies replaced with the cursed enemies, or are just additional enemies added? Would be interesting to know. Does it actually help me if there are any enemies added? I don't think it does. If they're replaced, I honestly feel like the cursed enemies are rather easy to fight comparatively. So if they're actually replaced, that would make the cursed areas a lot easier. You know what? Fuck it. Give me open wounds. Otherwise, yeah. I am on vacation for this week, so I hope to get some additional streams, since this is gonna be a mistake, I know it. And it's not even something I want. I'm doing a bleed build, I don't need to do damage. Teleport over here. Fuck! Why was he invisible? 19. Get me actually another bleed weapon. Yeah, but streams. I'm gonna do a bit of Dead Cells. I really want to do Blueprints again. I don't know why I always say it and never start. Oh, Starfury Sword. Or do I just take the lightning? I'm gonna take the lightning for now. Stop it. For some reason, there are some shields which I feel look all the same. Those are Alucard shields, the Rampart and the Cudgel, because they're all kind of like black-red. I always have to check which one it actually is. Do I just play Lord Vader? No, not Vader, Palpatine. Palpatine is the guy who uses lightning. Actually, it's Sidious. I just realized, is Sidious just the same as Insidious? What? You know to do critical hits. Yeah, you do. You need to hold. You don't actually need the enemy to be in water. Does the lightning do damage based on the water generally? Like, I think lightning just deals extra damage, doesn't it? If the enemy's in water. I'll probably come on the promenade soon. Bring this along. I feel like the wolf trap is gonna be my best friend with this weapon specifically. I also don't know what I'd want as a secondary. Like, you inflict shock DPS around target for 3 seconds. So, combining it with a magnet grenade to spread that dot is good. And I'll try to keep that. Otherwise, anything that keeps enemies rooted. So, root grenade or the wolf trap. And if I recall correctly, after it goes from blue to yellow to red. And when it hits red, it also hurts you. Yes. So I need to be careful with that. So about 3 seconds. I think it's 1.5 seconds for the first. Yeah, I think about that time. It does an AoE dot, but it itself does not do an AoE if I recall correctly, or if I see correctly. I'd like to not go to the Arboretum. I'm not gonna go to the Arboretum, even if it's incentivized. Yeah, no. Seen enough of that place for today. Magnet Grenade not bad right now, but I feel like it's not gonna be good against bosses. While the Wolf Trap is gonna be awesome against bosses, as always. The Root Grenade is also gonna be good against bosses. There's another Magnet Grenade. That's probably behind the golden door, isn't it? If I'm cursed, does the lightning kill myself? It probably does. Where do I go? I think I'm just gonna go to the promenade. There's a... Did I see the... the Toxic Sewer is over there. Yeah, probably gonna go to the promenade. It has a lot of water, which is what I'm looking for. And I probably need to get rid of whatever does the double damage. Holy shit, I did that. What does actually do the double damage? The Magnet Grenade. Well, split that out then. I'm not gonna keep the barnacle for long, I'm pretty sure. The combo I don't think works with this, does it? It doesn't say melee, so it could work. But for now I'm gonna take the Damned Vigor and look for a Wolf Trap or another Magnet Grenade. Yeah, take the bank, sure, why not? Banks are kind of a scam. I feel like, especially they used to, when I first got my, like, here, savings booklet. When I first got my savings booklet, I had like 2%. What is it called? The increase. God damn it, we're at the very bottom apparently. You know what? Let's go to the very bottom immediately. 2%, and then it just got lowered to 0.01% or something stupid like that. Absolutely fucking hilarious. Yeah, it does not aim down at all. Or up, probably. So the good thing is, the Star Fury sword I can just switch to. I can just switch to the Star Fury sword if I really need to switch weapon. Since it also scales on tactics, and I do kind of like the Star Fury sword, I'm not gonna lie. No jumping me. I think the bank has a guaranteed food shop. In specifically this lower area. That's a big golem. Actually, it's 2 smaller golems. I'm surprised I'm still alive. Why would I even want to go in there? Okay, so the anti-bird AoE, kind of great. Food shop, get me this. I will probably need to come back here later to get me the... flask as well if I ever get to like 2,000 gold. Can you stop, you stupid birds? Well, it appears they cannot stop. They could not stop. A 4. I do kind of need to try the lightning a lot more. But yeah, you really need something to block enemies from moving. 4. Well, it's the lance. One of probably the most powerful weapons in the game, I guess. So powerful that I'm just gonna do this. And hope I don't die. I'm just gonna have to play carefully. Yeah, take that. Scissors. Not as powerful, but I definitely prefer them over the lance, funnily enough. Hit me, mage. Idiot. Idiot. Fuck. I thought I could roll again. I needed to go to the wizard there first. Well, 14. At least I didn't lose a lot of time. The Giant Slayer. That means most bosses shouldn't really be a problem, and I can go survival with it. Now, generally... Oh, challenge rift, I'll take that immediately. Generally, I feel like when it comes to mobs, the Giant Killer is kind of not that great. But we're gonna run with it. It does count as a slow weapon, if I recall correctly. I still do not get how you're supposed to do that jump. Probably with the third jump I get from my amulet. Well, good enough. What do? You have the force field, right? Yeah, when holding up you have the force field, you recharge over time. And you fully recharge on a parry, if I recall correctly. You do not stun in the slightest, which is a bit horrible. Not even the slightest stagger. Honestly, with the Giant Killer, I could have just taken the... Brutality and went with a Tainted Flask and hoped for a lot of elites. Yep. 2 shots. Not this time, Viper Fangs. Good weapon though, great weapon. Actually, definitely not a great weapon. It's actually kind of like a claw weapon. It is kind of, by definition, is just a claw weapon. Yeah, this one would also really profit from having a... Ooh, carrot. From having like a damage increase based on how often you hit something. Don't think I'll take anything. Though the cards could be kind of funny. I kind of want to do just a card build with the cards and the other cards. But the cards don't really do anything for the cards, I don't think. And with that I mean, you can't use them to apply the throwing cards. You can't use them to apply poison. I don't think... Yeah, the lack of a stun on that is horrendous. I just realized you can animation cancel the attacks. Which is kind of hilarious to me. Do I take an ice bow? Nah. Parried too early. That's a problem I have with that attack often. That's a no. Honestly, just get me the wolf trap again. Okay, promenade incentivized, that's good to know. This is to the Arboretum. I doubt there's gonna be a second challenge run. A challenge rift. Here. On this map. Yeah, I think I have everything. If you, by the way, never played, I'd really recommend playing Blood on the Clocktower, if you somehow can. It's a bit annoying to get a group together because you need like 10 people, but it's a fun time. Especially if everybody gets into it. Okay, what am I actually looking for together with the Giant Slayer? Something that does really well against groups. I think I might actually relax the requirements. And just say that I have to keep the chosen weapon in inventory. Not necessarily use it for the most damage. Because there are some weapons that I don't think can really do the most damage. And even so, I feel like the Giant Slayer, just by virtue of killing the bosses really well, is gonna deal a whole lot of damage. But for the mobs, I need something else. Fuck. Just gonna do that. Okay, you die now. Fucking asshole. I'll probably have to take a sip. Yeah. I fucking missed a stationary object. Asshole. Use scale off of both. But I'll keep the extra jump mid-air. That thing also freezes, that's good. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna take it. Currently I'm taking enough damage that I feel like I'm gonna have to drink before the malaise ever becomes an issue. Wrong. That was wrong. The lacerating aura is probably gonna be sold soon. For this. Yeah, I definitely need a different weapon. Grab that crystal. Grab the gem. And it's not gonna be those cards. Fuck. Where is the stupid... There it is. Well, that Stumper was a lot more effective than I thought it would be. probably have to drink soon. Again. I feel like I'm gonna get Necromancy as the next thing. I already hear stomping. Fuck. I rolled into that. Not performing well. 7, that's the third set. The second set. Sometimes I wonder if my dice is rigged. I hope not. What do you have? Damage from projectiles abuse. Second set, Nutcracker. Bit of a sneeze there. I'm gonna go with the bow. Parry shield, also quite nice, since it scales with my tactics, with my intended stat. I will probably lose it at some point though. Now, for the quick bow, I think I'm just gonna take ammo. So I can shoot people a lot more. And then maybe I'll take the Ripper and some kind of melee weapon. Not the Cursed Sword. That is quite literally just the perfect shield for that specific elite. Okay, no, I don't think we're gonna need more ammo, looking at this. Wait, does this... This both spreads inflammable oil and sets enemies on fire. That's kind of busted. Well, it doesn't really feel busted right now, but that's most likely due to the exact damage numbers. I'm gonna be honest, I kinda like the quick bow. It's not my favorite, but I love things that stack up, and the quick bow stacks up. I feel like I'm gonna get the barbed arrows. Do I take the Hunter Grenade? I don't think... Actually, I think I'll take the Hunter Grenade over the Death Orb. Now, the quick bow, I have a feeling, could be really good against death. Just a feeling. Especially if I also use the barbed tips in combination. I'll take the extra jump. Now what else? I kind of just want to stay very far away from enemies and pelt them with arrows, so the tranquility could be good. Or Old Faithful of the Wolf Trap. And let's not kid ourselves, it's gonna be the Wolf Trap. Of course it's gonna be the Wolf Trap. That thing is just way too broken. It's not flashy, but it's just too good to not ever take. Now, for death, I kind of actually want the lacerating aura, though. The wolf trap would be good. Like, obviously. But the lacerating aura to deal with his... to deal with his stupid scythes. The small ones that you can kill by hitting them. The lacerating aura would be really good against that. That's the marksman's bow. We don't want that. That's the promenade. I think we've got everything. Do we? Yeah, okay. Then to the outskirts I go and try to flawless death. I feel like the bigger challenge is going to be to get to death first. I don't like all of those. Get me the damned vigor, as always. Whip-wielding outcast. That's actually incorrect. There were a lot of non-whip-wielding outcasts here, like Alucard. Though I guess he lives here, so that's kind of moot. The other Castlevania characters that aren't Belmonts that kill Dracula, for some reason I thought only Belmonts can do that. They... Actually, in Aria of Sorrow, you play Draculas, I believe, so... I guess that can be forgiven. That you're able to kill Dracula in that case. What was his name? It was some Japanese name. Also spoilers. Should have probably started with that. How the fuck though did they manage to seal Dracula's castle in a fucking eclipse? How does that even work? I don't even need to see enemies to know that I'm critting them. I love it. Also, fuck birds. Right. I feel like Hokutos might still not be bad with a quick bow since you shoot very often. Fuck you. Oh, I'm out of arrows. So I can actually run out of arrows. That's good to know. Fuck was that? Delayed fire breathing. This probably is a shop. Oh, we have invisible boys. Thankfully, they are very easy to stagger. Also, at this point, I consider it a good sign if I go to Malaise level 1 or Malaise level 2 Because it means that I haven't taken enough damage to justify drinking. It generally just means I didn't have to take a sip. Which I'll absolutely take. Get me a wolf trap. Perfect. Thank you, kind old man. I'm gonna go sell those cherries. They were to the left. 300 gold. That's honestly not really all that much, but I feel like it's good enough. The fuck do you mean I can still get an item from you? Bow and endless quiver. That kind of sounds useless. It sounds just like a bow that you can't run out of arrows with, which... whatever. However, it is an item, it is a blueprint I can hand in. I have purpose for my cells again. Wrong teleport. Idiot. Yeah, this quick bow is going a lot better than anticipated. Also, I got to get rid of my got to get rid of my hunter grenade. Which is always nice to know. Always nice to have. Go on then. Just gonna shoot you then if you don't shoot me. Well, shields I do not like. Also, we're spawning elites now. Which I also do not like. Actually, it does stun the enemy for a while, so I can just pelt them, which is always nice. What would I want to combine? The fangs, maybe? There's the corrupted prison, which we will go to later. Like the fangs if I went for the Ripper. But I think I'm gonna go for barbed arrows instead. And hope I just have enough. Hope I just have enough ammo. Like, the ammo mutation increases ammo by 50%, isn't it? Or is it 100%? It's a lot. That much I know. Well. The barbed arrows would go so hard here. With the amount of arrows I pelt enemies with. That is an invisible boy. I could use a food shop though to get rid of some of my Malays here. Or maybe another elite. Oh. Elites, if I recall correctly, reduces your Malays more than other enemies. So maybe I should just let them trigger the elite mutation. Okay, this hallway is a lot longer than I thought it would be. With this bow I could go both Tranquility and... Get me something. You know what? Yeah. Sorry about your door. If I just drop the wolf trap and then trap an enemy in that with the cloud, I feel like that's gonna go good. Especially if he just does that. Like, it's a great defensive setup. Which is not something you generally want in the game, I think. At least not with tactics, but... I feel like I can live with it. Especially against the teleporting enemies. Which we are back down a lot on the Malays. Fuck you. It's just a fire and forget. And also, we are self-steal damage. It does scale with tactics as well, which makes it just even better. Throw at me. Fuck you. Those are awkward to parry, I'm not gonna lie. This cloud really feels like it should deal damage to you when you cast it. Come down here. Still flying enemies. Skip. The sickle would also not be too bad, I don't think. Now the real question is whether this poison mist deals damage to the... Yeah, Ossuary is incentivized because of course it is. Corrupted Prison goes to Dracula's Castle, which is cursed. Where? Oh, I'm done. Right. To the teleporter down. Corrupted Prison. At least it doesn't have the stupid assassins. Stupid knife throwers. Looking at the time, this is probably also gonna have to be the last run. I started a lot later today. Because yesterday we were carrying heavy boxes for 6 hours in like above 30 degrees heat. In not very well Ventilated rooms. Bow in endless quiver. Unlimited arrow. Ammo. Last shot is a critical. What the fuck? How is the last shot a critical? Oh, okay. It's a 3-hit combo. So the bow of endless quiver is probably just straight up a simple barbed tip bait. However, in that case, I just probably prefer the quick bow. That is a phaser, which I'm gonna skip. Okay, you're just gonna have to die. Okay, so the malaise is kind of neat to get rid of... Well, fuck. I survived, somehow. I'm gonna have to drink here. However, the first drink in the Corrupted Prison, I am fine with. Especially on a tactics build. Stupid bird. That sentence hurt me in my soul because I love birds. Fuck. Harry Turley. Probably gonna have to drink again soon. How much DPS does this do? 19 DPS over 2 seconds. I don't think it does damage itself. Which means I don't think it gets rid of the scythes. But it might still do that. The fact that this shit works is kind of amazing. Oh, Hokutos. So we're just gonna get the acrobatic pack now. Okay, so you just ignore the bad traps. Good to know. Fucking hate that bird. Oh, thank God they were not in range of that stupid... Can you, like, not? It is interesting that the quick bow is kind of the only bow I know that shoots quick enough to get through the block stance of those crab people. Simply because they kind of just cannot keep their sword up for long enough. That's a legendary, isn't it? And it's a stupid King Scepter. I had hoped for food. Hmm. Well, we are through here. Sell this. I don't know if there's a food shop in Dracula's castle. I think there should be. I will have to drink, though. Will have to take us up. And then we're just gonna get the acrobatic pack. I should probably just have that heal go through fully. Alright, reset. We will take the Damned Vigor. Because of course we will. We will take the acrobatic pack. I don't even know if the barbed tips are necessary, but I'll take them. So now we have a Hokuto's bow shot going in addition. Does anything in this area actually bleed, though? Like, it has the advantage of hiding bloodstains, but I don't think any of the enemies here actually just bleeds. Yeah, I have the feeling that the Burp Tips isn't actually doing a whole lot right now, because the enemies just die too quick. Like, the quick bow itself deals good enough damage that it isn't really necessary. How the fuck did that hit me? Sure, I'll take that. I am really happy I chose to spend that money to get a full heal. Ah, food shop, perfect. I don't have enough money. So I need 20,000 for the flask, and then another, I believe, 5,000. Okay, this bird was caught at least. I'm gonna buy the... Honestly, no. I kind of need to try that more, but... not right now. Get me Oh, there's a carrot. I'll take that then. Yeah. I really wish there was like a damage graph that you could just is there? No. The times are there, which are probably interesting to like a challenge runner, but or like a speedrunner, but not really to me. Okay. Oh, scroll piece. This is gonna be a roof, I guess. Yeah, the Hokuto's bow is doing work as well. I'm pretty sure that the quick bow wouldn't usually do this much damage. Fuck. Okay, at this point I need to go to the shop and heal. I'm gonna start with a watermelon, since it's cheaper. 4,000. I'm pretty sure I can probably get like 4,000. No. I could have probably taken it and then just switched and then just healed the Malays using the cough drops. But not really. Great elite fight. Also, this guy just fucking died for some reason. I don't know what killed him. He just fell over. He just tripped over and fell. Ooh, Scruff Power. Yeah, that I'll take. Honestly, I kind of just want to... a flawless death. Which, currently, I'm not feeling confident. But I'm gonna at least try. Black Bridge, that's the wrong boss. How about we don't do that, though? A shop. I'm not gonna buy anything. How much money do I have? 18,000. I have a feeling there's gonna be just a... story room on the right, but I'm gonna go there anyway. Oh, Scroppy, so that was absolutely worth it. Skip. Yeah, they kind of currently die. If I hit them with the Hokutos, they kind of die before I even get the crits in. Right, to the left then. And yeah, we are close to getting the flask charge. What the fuck happened there? Hokuto's bow kind of also feels kind of not bad together with the biters. Or rather, it gives purpose to the biters existing. Alright, I'm gonna get my flask charge. And then the only thing I want to do is get to death and flawless him. And I think I'm gonna skip most of the other area, the other level. Unless I find... Why did I go to this teleport? Unless I get the Explorer's Instinct trigger and can guarantee that there's like another... What is it called? Another Scroll of Power. Okay, I'll take it. I feel I have to drink here. That's just a chest. There's a lot of chests on this level, holy shit. There's a Scroll of Power, there's a Scroll of the Minotaur, there's a Scroll Piece, which could be the 4th. It is the 4th. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Thankfully, if I truly manage to flawless death, the amount of health I have going in doesn't really matter. Okay, nab that scroll, get me some more health. Right, last scroll, and then off to death we go. Probably literally. Do I want to change anything? Like, the damned vigor doesn't help me in any way. Reset. So we will take the acrobatic pack. We will take... I think... the support. And then the burped tips. Off to face my demise. Or hopefully not. I'm gonna be honest, for not having played for over a week, or like for nearly not having played for nearly 2 weeks, I am surprised at how well I did today. Comparatively to my usual attempts. Welcome, death. Oh, we're out of ammo. That's not great. It does get rid of the scythes. Not flawless, but probably one of the better death attempts. I got hit by one of the balls and one of the scythe swipes. Acceptable attempt, though. Acceptable attempt. Yeah, the parry shield kind of just invalidates his weird, like, ball attack. And this definitely helps with these scythes. Like, it gives you 15 seconds immunity from them. The problem is, I don't have any kind of healing. And I don't think a bow can get the heal on hit. So we're kind of fucked. Stilt Village goes to only the Clock Tower and the Sepulchre, I believe. Oh, and the Undying Shores. Question is, do I want to do... I think I want to do Guardian's Haven, so I'm gonna go to the Cavern, which requires Graveyard or the Slumbering Sanctuary. And I think it's gonna be the... Actually, I'm just gonna go through the Sepulchre, I guess. That is an option I have. Well, unless it's cursed, in which case it's not an option. Stupid biters. Did my parry not come out? Ah, well. 19 is the next set. So, the fourth set. That's gonna be for the next stream, though, which may or may not be within the week. Again, I want to play Blueprints further, especially now that I have time. I want to play Last Spell, since I have time. Oven Axe. Or the Anathema. Wait, does he just rip out the heart of a mushroom boy? I just realized that. Anyway, we have the frontline shield onto Oven Axe, which could be good. We have the weird whirlwind and a grenade. I just realized you can throw the grenade while holding up a shield. That's kind of funny. Can you use other skills while holding up shields? You can. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's for next time. Also, Mechanicus 2 came out, which is definitely on the itinerary if my PC can handle streaming it. But for now, that is it for today. So I hope you have a nice evening. Hope you have a good night. Basically right now, or later on. And hope you have a nice week. Goodbye.